out there. This is the Urban Influencer, the #1 platform for breaking indie artists. I'm Candace Whitson, aka CW, and today we have, he's a little bit of everything. He's an artist, he's a producer, and he writes, he sings, he does it all. And his name is Terence Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome him to the show.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Candace. I appreciate that. Great introduction.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, it's all true. And we feel very privileged to have this opportunity to speak with you about what's happening with you and your new project. But we don't want to talk about that yet. Let's let people get to know you. Tell us where you're from and a little bit about your musical background.
Okay, so my name is Terence Thompson. I'm actually a Virginia native, raised in Newport News, Virginia. I am a father, a son, a brother, great family support system. My love for music has always been there ever since I was a kid. And actually no real formal training in music. I'm actually self-taught and gravitated toward music. I was at the neighborhood, the kid that was the DJ. So it was a maturation process from me DJing at parties to me learning to play the keyboards to ultimately writing songs and to where I am today.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's very interesting. Okay, so now tell us about who inspired you. What's some of your inspirations, inspirational figures in the industry that's inspired you?
Wow. I mean, that's such a vast, big, so many people have influenced me, just being a sponge ever since I was a kid and loving music, going all the way back, of course, to, people like Marvin Gaye, James Brown, it goes on and on, Roberta Flack, Donny Hathaway, Earth, Wind and Fire. I mean, anybody that's ever put music out that was heard, I mean, we come from that era where you could hear all types of great music and it was the soundtrack for my life growing up, but
you said soundtrack. And so the first thing I thought about, it was Stevie Wonder.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, when we think about somebody who is multi-talented in all genres and all areas of aspects of being an entertainer, he fits that. And so absolutely. When you were talking about being self-taught and, just having a love for it and so forth, it's like immediately I thought about Stevie Wonder and I was like, wow, I wonder if he has any type of connection with him.
I love Stevie Wonder. Definitely, just the fact that, little boy, Stevie, just as a kid doing what he was doing. And then just to see how much he helped electronic music, with keyboards. I mean, the Fender Rhodes and the way he was able to push that, so a pioneer, great songwriter, prolific, just amazing inspiration. So but definitely Stevie Wonder. But actually I don't have a direct connection, but there is someone that I mentored who was on American Idol some years ago.
Okay.
And Stevie Wonder was his coach that week. And
no way. You said, hey, that's close enough. That's close enough.
Yes, it is. And Stevie basically told the guy the same thing that I told him, that, you should be singing professionally. And, it was full circle to hear a legend say something to somebody that I also had conversations with that were similar in nature. So, a blessing. Yeah.
All right. So now we were talking about the gentleman. It was the gentleman that you mentored, right?
Yes.
So now, how does it give me the synchronicity between being an artist and being a producer? How do bring those two together?
Yeah. For me, I never wanted to be an artist. It was always just, it was the platform or the vehicle that I would use to try to introduce my music. I was always focused on the production songwriter aspect. So, the artist part of it is great to a certain degree, but it's the difference between acting in a movie and or writing and directing the movie. You as the artist, you're giving your lines, you're giving your script, and you're open, you're allowed to do some interpreting and whatever you think that may work, and or but as a director, writer, you get to see the whole scope, and you're not just that one thing, you're bringing the entire story together, multiple layers and people. And of course, if the movie flops, if you're the artist, if you're the lead, you take all the blame.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And
but
so,
if you're the producer.
Okay, so what do you consider yourself? Jazz, R&B? Are you just a little bit of everything?
Yeah. So that's a great question. So I produced all types of music. I started off as a hip hop producer,
Oh, wow.
yeah, hip hop, and actually, took the next step into R&B, and from there R&B, I dabbled in pop, I dabbled in some rock type stuff, alternative. So for me, it's just having an ear for music, and just being open. And so I don't really classify, myself as any type of like producer. I see myself as a producer that, if you send me an artist, or if I get a chance to work with an artist, and if I can connect with that artist, I think I could come up with something that would fit that artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this new single.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the title, first of all. Where did the title come from? No Inhibitions.
Yeah, so that song is actually, so a couple of things. That song is the only song on my album that sounds like that. So my album was actually going to be predominantly all instrumental. Putting out. It's approximately about 18 songs on the project.
Wow.
It's going to be mainly just instrumental music.
What do they call an 18-song project? It can't be an album. What is it? An album plus extended?
Right, I guess. Yeah, now. It's funny you should say that, because I was telling my sister I have 18 songs on an album. She was like, "Man, that's like 2 albums. What are you doing?" Like, exactly. And I'm like, "No."
That's right. How do they say? Share the love, spread the wealth.
Right.
For some of us who can't even get 6.
You know what? Let me say this to you though. So that's why I would dub my album as a producer's album. I'm a producer, I'm a songwriter, so that part of it was easier. But going back to the No Inhibition song, so that song actually wasn't even going to be on my album. It was actually it was a mistake in terms of how I created it and wrote it. It was basically the drummer Marcus Parker, who's playing on the album. He actually laid drums for another track, and it didn't work. The drums weren't synced up the way I needed to sync. So I was like, you know what, this isn't working. So I just started playing the drum track by itself, and just started laying chords over top of it, and then start ad-libbing the vocals, and then I really got into like the mood of like the song and what it felt like, and for me, I always try to see it. Yeah, I tried to see it, So it was, the lyrics came, the maybe it's the liquor, the vibe of the room, all of that kind of came to me, and that's how the song came to be. And I had fun, writing it, and it was cool.
Well, we're enjoying it, as you can see. It is.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and so I'm just glad we're having this conversation, so more people can get to know you, more people can know more about you, because like I said, as an artist and as a producer, as a writer, and all of these credentials all combined into one. So what is next for you? Do you want to continue this path of promoting the project, or are you set to getting artists now and putting together that group to showcase your production skills? So what's next?
So actually, the album is starting to generate a lot of interest, around it's picking up in the UK here, so I'm just gonna see how far it can go. Like I said, with 18 songs, and there seems to be about 6 or 7 songs that seem to be the top songs right now. So I think that there's a lot of room. I mean, I think No Inhibitions has its own slice, its own space, that it'll have a shelf life, and then I'll see what else will come off of the project. But I'm actually about to drop or release a straight ahead jazz record called Take It. That's actually going to drop any day now. And my goal is to drop 1 to 2 songs every month for the rest of the year. So I have a lot of music. And for me, you know, I just believe in like getting the music out, you know what I mean? Just getting it out for people to hear it and appreciate it. I don't want to hold anything. I'm not, you know, tomorrow's not promised. So, you know.
Exactly. I like that. I like how you're living because, you know, 18 songs, hey, go for it. 18 songs can't sit on the shelf and nobody hears them. At least say they're out there for people to know about. So now being from Virginia and close to that DC area, how influential has that market been towards your musical background?
None at all. None at all. No.
Let's scratch that question.
Right. No. Great question. Great question. But none at all, because when you think of DC, you think of go-go, you know what I mean? You think of some of the artists that have come out of that area, but really, you know, really no direct musical influence. Now, the song that I'm about to release, another single called Her Strut, that the song was originally called DMV. You know, it was kind of the embodiment of it was about the vibe and the mood and the attitude of women from the DMV.
Okay.
You know, but it evolved into this song called Her Strut. So I would say in my mind, as I was putting this track together, I was thinking about the whole DC vibe and flavor. And when you hear it,
give it some respect. You gotta give some respect out there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So now tell us in the future, what do we plan to see you because of COVID? I know that we are not able to gig the way we used to, but are you going to get back into that, doing live performances? So tell us, will they be able to go out and see you?
More than likely, I'll probably say probably not for me. You know, so I've had, you know, I've been behind the scenes in music for a long time. So I've been afforded the opportunity to be out on the road with, you know, with people and to kind of experience that. And it was great, you know, but it wasn't really, you know, what I would want to do now in the long term. You know, I just really want to be in the studio writing, creating as much as I can, you know, putting out as much music as I can. And you know, just staying in that creative vibe, because, you know, once you go out on the road, you know, that becomes your main focal point, you know, and it's hard to draw inspiration or to keep your workflow up, you know, when you're out on the road. And it's great. I mean, for those that like to do that, but you know, I don't dub myself as a working musician. I would dub myself, I'm a writer, a producer, creator, you know. Yeah. So I mean, you know, and you know, I'm a musician last as it relates to me playing the keys. You know, I mean, I write all the music out, but you know, the guys that I have my core group of musicians, those guys are A1 musicians. You know, it's like I play the chords, right? And I'll play the song. Literally, this guy, Michael Hudson, he's a young guy, phenomenal. Literally, I will play the song out maybe once, maybe twice. After that, he's like, okay, like, you know, slide over, and then listening to him, what he's doing to like my music. I'm like, hey man, that's like my music. How you like just gonna abuse it like that, you know? So, but he's just an amazing guy.
So a better description of you maybe would be more of a Quincy Jones.
Absolutely. That's the model.
Okay, there we go.
And I want to give a shout out to my boy Wade Long. Wade, he's another guy that's just like me, production, more production centered, you know what I mean? And you know, he's an artist too, but he's more production centered than I am. And the guys that I work with, you know, several of those guys, at least actually everyone that I work with, those guys are worthy of their own record deals and doing their own projects, which, you know, I hope, you know, it will come to fruition one day for them. I mean, the horn player, you know, Jean Caz, he's amazing. Michael Hudson, Anthony Silva, you know, and Bobby Raymond, they're all, you know, accomplished, you know, musicians. So
well,
dope guys.
You took care of that, because I was getting ready to say, go ahead and give your shout outs. We know how everyone likes to give a shout out to someone. Yeah. So that's great, you know, because we're in this together. I always say there's enough pie for everyone to get a slice. Yeah. And while we while we destroy each other and instead of lifting each other up, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But the more we do things like this of coming together, sharing your story, letting people know about your talent and how we're embracing it, and for them to come on board and help embrace it, and then we add another one and then add another one, and then we should become more unified. So that's what we are looking to do. And I believe that's what the Urban Influencer is all about. It's bringing us all together and joining and supporting each other.
It is really beautiful. And then I'm glad you said that, because, I have had a chance to connect with some of the other artists. Costella, that's like, I call her my little cousin. We, both our last name is Thompson. So
yes. We just had, did she forewarn you? We just had a talk last week.
Yeah, look, I didn't get a chance to talk to her about it, but I heard through the grapevine.
I'm glad she didn't scare you off. Okay.
No. But she's really cool, and so I was excited, and I was trying to get it on the next show. I think you guys are gonna be doing something with her, and I was like, try to get me on the one with her, so we could chop it up. But no, man, that's awesome, and it's at the end of the day. I mean, to me, that's why I led off with about myself. I'm just a person. At the end of the day, all of those, I mean, whatever happens with the music stuff, I mean, that stuff won't define me. It'll never define me. I mean, it won't define who I am as a person, my character, any of that. It's just, I can put it like this. Music is it's one thing in my life that I like to do. Only one. And there are many things in my life that I like to do.
Well, we're glad you like to do it because you're good at it. So tell everybody how they can find your music. Tell them about your social media links.
Okay, yep. So the music is out on all platforms. You could find me on Facebook at producer Terence Thompson, TerenceThompson.music, website, MrTerenceThompson.com. So it's out there, and it is you look at it, you can tell it's all in its infancy stage, because didn't have any plans to kind of launch myself, as an artist, but that was pretty much kind of saying, okay, let me put it on my back and at least let me start it. And then, I can hand it off to someone else. But but it's also, out there.
It's a great thing because you're able to relate to the artist. You're able to now say, I've been in those shoes too. I know what it's like to look at the chart and see if you've charted. I know what it's like.
Yeah.
Say, I wish radio would play my music, but how that feels on the inside as an artist. So you're able now to relate in so many different ways besides just being the producer. You're going to have another connection that you would not have had before.
What? That's a great point. And I will tell you, it is kind of surreal looking at any chart and seeing your name, you know what I mean, on it. And you're seeing like somebody like Will Downing or Jeff Bradshaw or whoever, you're seeing these people and you're like, wow.
And I'm on that chart. That's
right. I'm on that chart right now. I don't know how long I'm gonna be up there.
It doesn't matter. Today, I'm on there
today, baby. It was my day. So I mean, all of that's humbling. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're running out of time, but this was a great opportunity to just hear your story, get to know you better, because you and I, we're going to make some things happen.
Yes, ma'am.
We're destined. We're just destined.
Thank you.
But in the meantime, just tell everybody who you are again. And this is the Urban Influencer, the #1 platform for breaking indie artists. And we have had on the show
Mr. Terence Thompson. Thank you very much, Candace.
Oh, you're so welcome. Stay blessed. Take care, guys, and see you all soon.
Maybe it's the liquor or the vibe of the room or that dress that you're wearing that's putting daddy in the mood. So come a little closer and let me whisper in your ear. I think we should get up out of here. And I'm gonna free my mind tonight and lose all my inhibition. And we gonna take our time tonight and create some been waiting all day just to get you alone. I took the kids to your mama house, nobody's home. You can scream if you wanna, cuss me out if you get the urge. Tonight I'm gonna give you what you deserve. I'ma free my mind tonight and lose all my inhibition. Take our time tonight and create some new position. My inhibitions. Yeah. Take our time and create some new position. And lose all my inhibition. And we gon' take our time.
Trabajando por el día, creando magia por noche.
Lord, I love you, and I give you all the praise. You are worthy to be praised forevermore. Let the heavens be glad and let the earth rejoice. Lord, I love you. I give you all the praise. Lord, I love you, and I give you all the praise. You are worthy got some things in my mind I think that we should talk about. You know? I mean, I just wanna let you know what I've been feeling lately inside. And I've been going crazy with this thing, but maybe you understand if I tell you like this. Listen.
After all the love I gave you, after all the things we've been through, after all the ups and downs, the twists and turnarounds, and now things ain't the same here lately. You no longer call me baby. Seems just like yesterday we were on our way. Now you wanna play cold. Wasn't I the one to send you? Wasn't I? Wasn't I the one that tried your test? Me. Wasn't I the one that held your head up? Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Wasn't I the one who paid your cost? Wasn't I the one who paid your bills? Me. Wasn't I the one who had your back? Yeah. Come on, let's keep it real. So tell me why? Tell me why? Tell me why? I wanna know why? Tell me why? I wanna know why? Gotta know why? Don't think I'm coming down on you. I'm not trying to say this to hurt you. Just wanna let you know how you're changing on me is tripping me out, girl. Tell me, is there someone else, baby? This thing is driving me crazy. Thought I was your man, I don't understand you. All your change your plans, girl. Wasn't I the one to send you? Wasn't I? Wasn't I the one that tried your test? Me. Wasn't I the one that held your head up? Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Wasn't I the one who paid your cost? Wasn't I the one who paid your bills? Tell the truth. Wasn't I the one that had your back, girl? Come on, let's keep it real. Girl, tell me. Tell me. I gotta know why. Why? Tell me, baby. I wanna know why? Why you wanna turn your back on me? Why you wanna flip the script on me? Why you wanna keep on hurting me? Girl, you gotta tell me why. Why you wanna turn your back on me? Why you wanna flip the script on me? Why you wanna keep on hurting me? Girl, you gotta tell me why. Girl, tell me why. Said I gotta know which way I'm gonna go. Tell me why. Tell me why. Why? Tell me, I got to know now, my baby. This thing is driving me crazy. Wanna know why? Why? I wanna know, now, baby. This thing is driving me crazy. Why? Keep dope alive.
It's Leisure on the track.
Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb and you know it, and you know it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb and you know it, and you know it. She got that bomb and she know it, and she know it. Baby got some OG, let me roll it. Catching everything that she throwing. Enough with the talk, now it's time to show it. If the chick bad, still look like Pittsburgh. We popping bottles till we stumble and our speech slurs. She got that bomb, run it back, throw it in reverse. Thomas in the land, fuck it through the universe. Try to kill the pussy, hit it in a hearse. She really think I'm selfish cause I'm coming first. Ain't ashamed to admit it, go dumb when I hit it. She got that bomb, make me last few minutes. Think about race cars when I'm in it. Give me a few minutes, then I'm back to running laps. Ha, she put those scratches on my back. Goddamn, nigga finally met his match. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it, don't blow it. Baby, you
That pussy far like fall in the microwave. She blow on me cause I'm hot. And she know all them other niggas not. And she know I'm the type of nigga that hit her spot. Ain't a nigga in this world that can take my spot. Ain't a nigga in this world that can fuck with me. I'm the only nigga in this world that can fuck with me. Simple and plain, ain't playing no games. Told her to her face I be fucking other bitches. It was her fault, shouldn't have gave me her digits. When her legs spread, call that shit long division. Take a nigga bitch without no permission. Take a nigga bitch and she come up missing. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb and you know it.
Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb. Baby, the bomb, I'm the C4. Construction's on detour. Say let's be more. G4 with 3 horse. She wanna go public, I'm landing private. Private islands, island time, I call it perfect timing. Just as timing means preparation. You pass with a D, I call that dedication. I got you in the air with this hesitation. Now you sick from the D, this the medication. International nigga, my vets are foreign. Money so long, the game's boring. Bring her around me, she detouring. Baby got the bomb, she sidelined with pom-poms. Busted open wonton, trick folding like futon. She the bomb, I'm the detonator. Activator like an actuator. Charge her up like an alternator. Money magnet, never chasing paper. Have her dipping like vanilla wafers. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb and you know it.
Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb, don't blow it. Don't blow it. Baby, you got the bomb and you know it. And you know it. Ha. Keep dope alive. Motivate music. Nima. B-Rock. Julius.
Friday night and I'll be vibing by myself, bumping gently on my speaker, got some Henny on the shelf. Oh, no please don't call, just keep on worrying about yourself. Cause I ain't in competition, I'm the trophy, can't you tell? Hush, I must start talking, gon' hit a click click when I'm walking. Yeah, I'm walking away, I was never gon' stay cause that bullshit be pouring. Oh, double tap and see you stalking, might post up on the snap, get you talking. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm way too at peace, taking care of my soul, can't nobody disturb it. Cause I earned it, yeah I'm sorry. Certified little mama takes a lot to deserve it. You can instrument what it takes cause he tried and I curved it, yeah. Cause I ain't got no time, I'm way too busy out here hustling for distractions on my life. So I be living low key, just fucking around with the homies. No wasting time on no phonies, just with my girls living low key, yeah. Yeah, we staying low key, sipping margaritas in my 2-piece. Can I get you a drink? Oh boy, please move from me, yeah. Yeah, we living low key, yeah, we staying low key. Chilling with my girls and we low key, yeah, we low key. We keep it moving on the low beat, rather be chilling on my lonely. So I be living low key, yeah. So tell me why you out here claiming you still know me, sending snippets of our memories. Boy, you tripping, it's the homie. The girl you knew, yeah, she all great and now you lonely. And there ain't no looking back, it's 2020 vision only, oh. Low-key active, flying London to Dubai. You know that we be looking fly. GG head but matches nice, yeah. Ask about me, yeah, they pay me for my time. So unless you contributing, don't be holding up my line. Hush, I might start talking. 120 on the dash, no stalling. In the whip, foot down, no fucking around. I got way too much shit to be sorting. Oh, now you're running back, I could've caught it. Scrutinize it, they really got you falling. Now I'm out of the mix and I ain't entertaining the bullshit. You spot with your tricks, I be stacking figures like they bricks. Started with 0, now racking on 6. Working hard for my fix, yeah. I ain't no regular bitch. Cause I ain't got no time, I'm way too busy out here hustling for distractions on my life. So I be living low key, just fucking around with the homies. No wasting time on no phonies, just with my girls living low key, yeah. Yeah, we staying low key. margaritas in my two-piece. Can I get you a drink? Oh boy, please move from me. Yeah, we living low-key. Yeah, we staying low-key. Chilling with my girls and we low-key. Yeah, we low-key. We keep it moving on the low beat. Whether be chilling on my lonely. So I've been living low-key, yeah. So I've been living low-key. Just fucking around with the homies. No wasting time on no phonies. Just with my girls living low-key, yeah. Yeah, we staying low-key. Sipping margaritas in my two-piece. Can I get you a drink? Oh boy, please move from me, yeah. Yeah, we living low-key. Yeah, we staying low-key.